In this video, the idea was to have Mohamed Salah show up unexpectedly while the kids were narrating one of his goals. He was listening in with headphones behind a sign, just waiting for the right moment to pop out. The player was really impressed by how the kids were narrating his goal with so much excitement, but the best part was seeing the kids' reaction when he showed up.
Oh my God!
Finishing the bottom half, one goal.
He scores!
But that wasn't the only surprise Liverpool and the striker pulled off. When the club found out they had a superfan who was blind, they made sure to arrange something special for him. This guy was at every game, and even though he couldn't see a thing, he yelled at every dangerous play and cheered louder than anyone else. And guess who his favorite player was? None other than Mohamed Salah. So the club sent their player on a long road trip to visit this fan at his own home. Check out his reaction when he got the news that he had a special visitor.
Should I start to speak? Maybe you can recognize my voice.
So, it can't be you.
Yeah, it has to be me.
In here?
Yeah.
Oh, good to meet you.
Oh, good to meet you.
How did that happen?
He was so moved by the surprise that he made sure to call his dad, who was far away, so he could also meet Salah.
Hello, Dad. You're not gonna believe who's in my house with me at the minute.
The same guest.
So I'll let him say hello, and then you can see if you can figure out who it is.
Hello?
Who's he?
No. Yeah, you wouldn't know from hello. I'm a footballer. Play for Liverpool.
Oh, Mo Salah.
Okay.
Oh my God. What's happening?
I'm nothing. Everything is fine.
How the hell has all this happened?
I don't know. I'm wondering the same as you.
It's a miracle.
Liverpool's marketing really knows how to set up cool encounters between kids and the team's players. In this other older video, we see Philippe Coutinho and Wijnaldum playing against 30 kids from the club's under-9 team. Meeting a hero must be amazing, but kicking a ball around with them is even better.
There, but there's not a defender in sight. Coutinho and Gini Wijnaldum with the opener. As Luca Johnson swung into the penalty area. Little flick again, and there's bobbling about in there, and it's touched in, and it's 1-1. Here the Liverpool lads go again. Jackson Shire to Chadwick. Here's a big chance again. Oh, and opportunity here. It's a lovely cross. Oh, it's a lovely deft header. Finley Ansell, red shirts, and he's looked for a long ball over the top. A hint of offside there. And Philippe Coutinho is in here. Opportunity for Coutinho, and he beats Miyakichi. He's pushing for the equaliser, and he could get it, and he does.
The game ended in a tie. But what really matters is that everyone had fun, and I think the players might have had even more fun than the kids. But Manchester City did something even more amazing for one of their fans. This kid's name is Braden, and he got the chance to meet the biggest hero in City's history. And we're not talking about any player. The kid is a fan of Pep Guardiola. The club gave him the chance to ride along with the coach, and they both showed off their charisma.
I am. It's brilliant.
Yes, I am.
Who do you think it is? A lookalike?
Pep Guardiola.
Yes.
The kid took the opportunity to ask the City coach a bunch of questions and made a request that got everyone laughing.
Messi's your friend. You might give him a call and see if he wants to join us and have a fun time.
Messi?
Yeah.
Would be nice, huh? But then maybe it's a little bit difficult, huh? Huh?
Yeah, Braden simply asked for Lionel Messi to be signed. And I think Guardiola didn't think that was a bad idea. But that wasn't the only surprise City had for the kid. Well, to tell the truth, it was Gundogan who got the surprise, receiving this birthday cake from Braden. And speaking of Messi, Barcelona did something amazing with the player that's definitely going to stick with these kids. The Catalan club put Lionel Messi face-to-face with the youth players from the club's academy, and the player even brought along his Ballon d'Or award. And of course, he answered all the kids' questions. Chelsea did something incredible at this school. They had their star player at the time, Eden Hazard, give the kids a scare, and their reactions were hilarious. The students were asked to share their football stories and give their opinions on some Chelsea players. And just when they started talking about Hazard, the man himself showed up. But what impressed the club the most was this little girl who burst into tears when she met her idol.
Are you sad? Oh. Sad. Come. I'm crying.
Real Madrid put one of their players in a risky situation. In 2018, they had Marcelo visit a youth protection center in Madrid, which was in a bit of a rough area, but the risk paid off, and there was no better player to do it than Marcelo. I don't know who was happier, whether it was the kids or Marcelo, who didn't stop smiling for a moment. But nobody surpasses Cristiano Ronaldo, who showed the whole world what it means to be someone's idol. The star already had millions of fans worldwide when he transferred to Juventus, and the little fans of the club were simply incredulous when they met the superstar at the start of Champions League games. While all the other players were focused on the anthem, the player did this with a child who admired him. Someone who did something similar was Erling Haaland. At the end of matches, all players want is to rest, but not the Norwegian striker. He makes a point to go to his fans after games to give out some shirts, sign autographs, and take photos. But what impressed the whole world was what he did with this kid who held up a sign asking for his jersey throughout the game. But if there's one player who truly impressed everyone, it was Zlatan Ibrahimovic. Despite looking a bit intimidating with his tough guy face, the Swede showed that even the toughest ones have a heart in the end. When he played for the Los Angeles Galaxy, the kid who was supposed to accompany him into the stadium froze up. She was so nervous she couldn't move and was afraid of getting scolded. But Ibrahimovic did something nobody expected. With all the gentleness in the world, Zlatan said this.
10 seconds. We do it together.
You're going to cry when you find out what happened to this little guy. He was battling leukemia, and Neymar pulled off an incredible surprise for him. His name was Matthewsinho, and he was a die-hard Santos fan. And of course, his idol was Neymar, who was still playing in Brazil at the time. Matthewsinho got the chance to meet his idol up close and made a special request to Neymar. He wanted the star to do a special dance if he scored a goal in the next game. And as promised, Neymar vowed to do it. And after scoring a goal, he honored his #1 fan. But that wasn't the only surprise Neymar pulled off. The star is a big hit with kids, but things almost took a bad turn when this boy ran onto the field. In a match between Brazil and South Africa, 7-year-old Ayo ran onto the field. All he wanted was to meet his idol, but his dream was interrupted by the stadium's security. The boy would have been escorted off the field if it weren't for Neymar, who made one of the most beautiful gestures in football history. He scooped Ayo up and carried him to celebrate with the rest of the team. Besides meeting everyone on the Brazilian team, the boy even received applause from the players and the crowd. Now take a look at this little guy here. His name is Bradley Lowry, and he changed a club's history with his touching story. He had neuroblastoma, a type of cancer, and as you may have already noticed, he was a Sunderland fan. That caught the club's attention because it's not common for a child to fall in love with the modest Sunderland in a country where teams like Liverpool, Manchester City, and Manchester United play. He was at every game he could attend, and the surprise came when the players invited him to meet them up close. But something even more incredible happened. Over time, Bradley's story became famous, and the entire football community in England began to empathize with the boy. All the teams in the country came together in a fight against Bradley's illness. Just to give you an idea, Everton donated £200,000 to help with his treatment. But the most incredible thing of all happened in a match between Chelsea and Sunderland. Bradley had the honor of stepping onto the field alongside his favorite player, Defoe. What he didn't know was that the Chelsea players had also prepared something for him. After taking a photo with all the Blues players, Diego Costa, who was Chelsea's striker at the time, and Defoe took Bradley near the goal and helped the boy score a goal. But the story doesn't end there. Sometime later, the goal of the month for the English League was revealed. And guess whose it was? That's right. Bradley outshined all the great strikers in that league to take home a historic prize for his goal. This is surely one of the most incredible moments in English football. Even after much struggle and efforts from all of England, the little boy sadly passed away at just 6 years old.